Good morning, everyone. It is Dana Sacco here from I2I Hype. I am your system and automation specialist, and I'm excited today because today we are going to be discussing free options. We're going to be looking at a couple of things that you can look at and how you can automate some of this stuff and not pay for extra services, which... Guys, you know me, I'm big into, yes, systems work, but sometimes, guys, we need stuff that's free. We need stuff that's not going to cost us anything because we're just starting out. So let's take a look. I'm going to jump right in because a lot of you know a lot of stuff is going on right now this week, and I'm excited for a lot of it. So let's take a look. And let me add this because you guys don't want to see me. So, guys, the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is Cognito Forms. Cognito Forms is free to use. They have a free version. We love free versions. Everyone wants a free version. Am I correct? I'm correct. We want this type of thing because we don't have the money for startups. So I was like, okay, you know, I found this thing and I'm looking at it and I'm like, will this work for my clients and for the people that I talk to all the time? The answer is absolutely. There's no reason why you can't use this. There's absolutely no reason. If you guys have comments or anything like that, please let me know. If you're here, give me a wave, anything, you know, just say hi. I'm not sure if I will be able to see the comments from every place that I'm streaming at today, but just letting you know that because I don't have the screen split with 50 million Facebook pages. But Cognito Forms. So this morning, I can tell you right now, I created the invoice and proposal in like 5 minutes. So this is really, really big. And guys, it accepts payments. It links in with Stripe. So if I wanted to do Stripe payments, it's like, all right, this is, you know, whatever. But the problem is a lot of us have recurring payments, right? So it just has this. You can do that, but that's going to cost money. So we don't want to pay any money, right? We don't want to upgrade. We don't want to do anything. What we want is just to set this whole thing up. So what I did, let's create a new form. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Honestly, this was like 5 minutes of creating stuff. So let's just call this one an invoice without a proposal, okay? Now, if you do pay, you can encrypt data entry. So guys that need the encryption there, please go ahead and use it. But here we go. We've got a name. Let's put their address in, email. I want their phone number. I want their website. What else do I want? Nope. I think that that's it. I think that that's all that I need for this client. There's, you know, I don't need anything else right now. If I wanted to, I could definitely add something. So here, let's see. We have currency. We have price. We have whatever. When you click on price, I've already connected my Stripe account. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And boom, it's done. So now it's like, okay, what is this? What is this thing? So we're going to call it cleanup. You can send this to whoever. We're going to say 2,500. This is what it's going to do. Bookkeeping cleanup. You can write your description. Help desk. I mean, you can do all of that stuff right here. All right, then submit. It's going to do that. Maybe I want this one to be bigger. I can hit justify row and it makes it go all the way across. I don't need anything else there. So let's preview what it's going to look like. So it tells you exactly what it is. If you had a description in there, it's going to do it. Now, here's a couple other things. I can add a bunch of content. So I can add in my basic contract. There's no reason not to, right? Always show this contract content. Signature. This is going to be a paid service. But you can go ahead and you can add that in. You can delete it. You know, I don't even know what it would be, but justify row. We're going to preview it because I'm in the preview section, and then they can sign. DUBSADO, holy guacamole. All right. So you guys get the idea, right? You don't need this right now. Just go ahead and delete it. There's other things that you can do, but you can still add the text in. You can add more information here. Item description. I'm cleaning up your mess from 2020. Well, 2019 through 2020. Oops. Okay, don't be that honest when you're doing it, but hey, we you know, this is what it looks like. Preview. Close. All right. Now, when you publish it, save changes. This is what it looks like. I'm cleaning up your mess from 2019 to 2020. Here's the subtotal. You could have added more stuff here to give them a actual description of what you're doing, and then it can go. Now here's one of the things that you need to look at. Go down to, not every place allows you to do the processing fees, so you know you can't use it. You cannot always do this, but you can do a convenience fee. You could do whatever if you want them, if your state allows it. Not all states allow this, so I want you to be clear on that. I know that when I was in Virginia, we were not allowed to charge the processing fee. It was not allowed. So I think in South Carolina I can, but I choose not to. But you can have additional fees here. You can do all sorts of wonderful little things. You know, setup fee. Let's do that. All right. They have a setup fee and everything else. And it goes, and this is what they're going to see. 2,750, close. And then it goes. All right. Again, that is all free to send an invoice. But Dana, what the hell? This is just one section. You can do whatever. All right, guys, I use Zapier a lot, but I'm not going to talk about Zapier today because I saw that Integromat has this pretty way of looking at it. And honestly, if you know me, I'm like totally into the pretty. I like to see things. I'm very, very visual when it comes to putting things together. Zapier doesn't have the prettiness. And that might sound really strange, but this allows me to see everything that I'm putting in there. So I connected to, and guys, I did this like a couple minutes right before this. So it's not set up completely, but it connected to my Cognito form. Okay. Now I had it connect to QuickBooks, and I have it creating a customer. So it creates the customer, and I can put in all of the information. It says loading the dynamic fields. All right. And here's the first and last name. Here's an email address. Here is their address, address line 1, address line 2, city. Do you see how easy this is to see versus some of the other things that we do? Now, subdivision code, I'm going to assume that that's postal code, country, and it's going to pull it if it's there, right? I don't need the shipping address because I'm not shipping anything, so there's absolutely no reason for me to do that. Then I hit OK. Now I want to add another module. I'm still going to go into QuickBooks. Why? Because bookkeepers, we have a free version of QuickBooks. As an accountant, as a bookkeeper, they give you the free version. So let's utilize it, right? So get an invoice, create a sales receipt. I do my recurring ones as a sales receipt. But you can go through here and pick. And again, you can see, now the customer, we're mapping this from the last one we did, right? Where's their name? Display name. Okay. Now we're going to map this one. I want this one to be from, here we go, down to Cognito Forms. The line items. Here's all the order information. So maybe it's recurring. So you can set up the thing and you can make it recurring. And you can set up all of that. So we're going to do item name. Okay. Now you can actually go in. Let's add another module because, guys, look at how easy this stuff can be. All right, let's create a folder. So I've already connected my ClickUp to it. My space ID is going to be the client name. We're going to do that. Name it. And then we're going to do again their client name.
Where are you?
So you can do whatever you want to do. It makes it so easy. Oops, I didn't mean to do it there. But it makes it easy for you to see in what you're doing. Then you can run tests and see how it's got this little thing here. You can tell it how often. Immediately. If it sees a form, I want it to run, right? And again, this isn't costing me anything to do this multi-step process. So with me being able to do that without me having to do anything, it makes my life easier. It makes everything go from one step to the next to the next. Now, say I wanted to add in here. Let's add. We're going to add a module in there. And say we have DocuSign. I don't want to type because, here, hide this. DocuSign. Ta-da. Send a document to sign. Continue. As you can see, it walks you through all of this. Guys, I don't pay for DocuSign. Oops. I have no idea if it's got my stuff in there. Here we go. Yeah, it would need to do that. But you guys get the idea. It's going to sit there and I can set it up so that it sends my free DocuSign account as soon as they pay. So now I have the signature that I need. So from there to there to there to there to there, I have everything set up and I haven't paid a penny. So is it a little bit complicated? Yeah, it can be. It's not super duper like, oh my gosh, this is like super smooth. I absolutely love this. No, it takes work to be able to do it. But once it's set up, guys, you've replaced pretty much everything. You can embed this form on your website. If you have something that's a complete, it always costs the same amount. There's no reason why you can't Save changes just because it's fun. Look, embed into your site. So again, it is not going to cost anything. Here is the invoice right here. Is it gorgeous? No. Does it have their branding? Yes. But who the heck cares? Any business owner that is sitting there and telling you that you can't have some other company's branding on their site because they think it looks unprofessional, for something like this, I don't see the problem. And I also don't see the problem when you're just starting out. Why? Because A, you're just starting out. B, you're getting new clients. So if you don't need to pay for something, don't pay for it. Just here I am, a system specialist, guys. This is what I specialize in. This is what I get paid for. And I am telling you that if you are brand new to this business, you do not 100% need me. You don't. Now, I am going to tell you something because this is what I do. I am having a workshop at the end of this month. In October, I am doing a workshop, and it is going to be 3 days. And there are days in between it. I think I said it. We're starting it October 1st. We are starting it on October 21st. Okay. I think that's what I decided to do. I have to look. Let's go take a look at the website because that's what I like to do. All right. It's time to get your time back so you can do the shit you want to do. And what we're going to do is develop your ultimate client workflow. I am going to walk you through with a workbook, with worksheets. Every single day we're going to go through. And we're going to build from start to finish. Now, I'm just jumping down here because I can't remember the dates. 21st, 25th, and 27th. Why is it not one right after the other? Because you need to actually put in the time to do the homework. You're going to submit your homework to me. You're going to put that inside of the pop-up Facebook group. It is a pop-up Facebook group where you're going to actually submit your workflow, and I'm going to take the time to review it and to give you feedback in a Loom video specifically for you. Why? Because you need to have the time to do this stuff. Once you get all of these steps done, day 1, we're working on just outlining the whole thing. Day 2, let's intensify it. What are these actual steps? I'm actually going to go in and we're going to actually look at what your questions are. So many people forget certain questions within their questionnaire. I'm going to call you out on it. By the time that you are done, you are going to have a system set. You are going to have your ultimate workflow done by the end of the 27th. Actually, will probably be a couple of days after that because, again, on day 3, you still have homework. I'm not dropping that group until, the pop-up will close at a certain time, and then we'll do it again. But this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's actually going to be very intensive. And it's what I go through mentally each time that I build a workflow for someone. And so I want you to experience that. I want you to go through it. I want you to go ahead and do it. In the comments, I'm going to drop the link for this, because even if you use a free system, that workshop will work for you. Why? Because I'm going to tell you, there's no reason why you can't do this. There's no reason why you can't do this. These are the steps that you take to get from point A to point B. But in order to figure out what will work for you, you need to be able to see it. And you need to have it laid out. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there spending money on systems that don't do everything that you need it to do. Or you're going to be lost because the system isn't working for you. Why is it not working for you? Because you didn't take the time to look at this. Or you didn't reach out and ask and say, hey, can this do this? Or how can this do this? So a lot of people, they'll be sitting there and they'll be like, you know what? The system's not working for me. And it's not necessarily the system's not working for you. It's the fact that there are key components that are missing. It's the fact that there are just a few things that need to be added. There's a few things that need to be switched, such as going from Cognito Forms and then using something like Integromat to link the two together. So we want to be able to do that. So you can even have it where it's not taking the payment right there. You can have it where it sends an invoice for a certain amount. You can have it where they get a choice of this or that, and then it continues on. I mean, there's so many different options with a free version. So guys, I look forward to talking to you soon about some of this stuff. If you have any questions while we're doing it, please let me know, because I can't, if you guys don't ask questions, I don't know how to answer. And believe it or not, no matter what anyone says, I cannot read your mind. I know. I've been with my husband for over 30 years and I still can't read his mind. Except for I do tell him what I think he should be thinking. So guys, I look forward to working with you on this. I'll be dropping the link and a coupon code that's good through this Sunday for the workshop. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Say, I'm in, I want it, I need it. I want to hear that you need it. All right. And I will talk to you later. You guys have a wonderful day.